A man charged with felony sexual assault of children died by suicide while in custody at the Gallatin County Detention Center. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office confirms Jeffrey Scheihing, a Bozeman anesthesiologist, was pronounced dead by the coroner on Thursday, November 27th. Under Sheriff Nate Kammerman tells MTN the suicide has been turned over to the Montana Department of Criminal Investigations.
So an outside agency comes, in this case, an outside coroner also investigates as to the cause of death and whatnot. That matter has been turned over to them.
According to charging documents, the investigation into Scheihing began October 17th of this year, after an email linked to him was used to create multiple accounts on the messaging app Kik, containing apparent child pornography.
There's some terrible, terrible stuff out there, but fortunately we have a lot of really good people fighting to try to keep kids safe too.
Working with cyber tips and the Internet Crimes Against Children, task force deputies arrested Scheihing November 25th.
We have a dedicated ICAC detective here in Gallatin County Sheriff's Office and have that program up and running here so that we can address threats that come into our direct community here.
Charging documents allege Scheihing engaged in explicit conversations with multiple users about sexually molesting male children, and claimed he once had, quote, hundreds of images of minors before losing them in a storage crash. Scheihing was a local anesthesiologist with the Gallatin Valley Anesthesia Associates and had privileges at the hospital since 2019. Scheihing also worked at other local medical facilities.
Regarding workplace or anything like that, that is all part of the greater investigation going on. As I said a moment ago, we're taking steps from our investigations division to make sure any victims or potential victims within our community are noted and actions taken to make sure that there's nothing further there.
According to hospital policy, they conduct background checks every 2 years. Anesthesiologists have limited contact with patients and are never alone with them, making it unlikely he was ever alone with a minor. In this statement from Bozeman Health, they say, quote, "We had no prior knowledge of the investigation and were not contacted by law enforcement during their investigation. We have no information suggesting any concerns related to the individual's work within our facilities." As the investigation moves forward, the sheriff's office shares its condolences.
As far as the family of the offender too, that's a difficult thing, and our hearts go out to the greater community surrounding him too, as that has impact.
Kammerman also urges patients to monitor their children's online activity.
Just be aware, especially of your kids, what's going on the internet. Be always aware of what they're looking at, what they're getting into, who they're communicating with.
In Bozeman, Megan Elaine, MTN News.